Hello everyone and welcome to our second part of our discussion about the six trigonometric ratios. What we're going to do now is we're going to relate this trigonometric ratio to the unit circle. So without further ado, let's now begin. So in this unit circle, right, this picture has its own source, all right? So remember that the unit circle, the one that we discussed before, the unit circle is what again? It is a circle that is centered at the origin and its radius has a length of 1 unit. Okay? Now, we have 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 16, 90 degrees, so on and so forth. And each of these angles has their own coordinates. In fact, these are special angles because you see, these special angles give you the exact answer. Like, for example, you have 30 degrees, you have the exact answer of square root of 3 all over 2 and 1/2. Right? And these exact answers are actually what? The sides of the right triangle. Let me give you, for example, let's just say you start in this side and you rotate 30 degrees counterclockwise. So you have 30 degrees here. So we can get its horizontal components, which is this one, and its vertical component, which is this. So we have this one as a result. All right, this is 30 degrees. So according here, the coordinates are square root of 3 all over 2 and 1/2. Your square root of 3 all over 2, this is your x. Remember that in the ordered pair, we have x, y. What's on the left, that's your x. What's on the right, that's your y. So therefore, your square root of 3 all over 2 is your x. Okay? Because that is your horizontal component. Then here, the vertical component, which is your y, it is 1. So this is 1. All right? And it's a right triangle. Okay? And this hypotenuse, it is 1 unit. Because remember that in a unit circle, the length of the radius is 1 unit. Now, let's relate that in the trigonometry, the trigonometric ratio, I mean. So, suppose we have an angle. Okay, it could be 30 degree, 45 degree, 60, or any angle. Like for example, I will have an angle here. Okay, I will have an angle here, which is not 45 degrees, but it's between 45 degrees and 30 degrees. So here, I have the x coordinates, okay, which is x, and I have the y coordinate here, okay, which is this one, or vertical component in other words. Okay, and we have the angle here. So we have the illustration here, the angle, the horizontal component, and the vertical component. Okay, so by the way, this is your hypotenuse, all right? This is your hypotenuse, which is 1 unit, as always. Now, what is sine theta? Remember that sine theta is equal to the opposite all over hypotenuse. So we have sine theta is equal to the opposite all over hypotenuse. So your opposite side is not adjacent or non-adjacent to the angle, or meaning, in other words, it the side has no angle beside it. So the opposite here is your y. Okay, your y here is your opposite because it has no angle beside it. So your opposite is your y. And your hypotenuse here is 1. So 1. So if we're going to simplify this one, y divided by 1 is y. Oh, so meaning in the unit circle, your y is just the same as sine theta. Okay, your y is just the same as the sine theta. Now, how about for the cosine theta? Okay, cosine theta is adjacent all over hypotenuse. So here, we will have cosine theta is equal to the adjacent all over hypotenuse. Okay, so your adjacent is your x because it is beside with the angle. Your hypotenuse is your 1. So therefore, it's x all over, it's x basically because x divided by 1 is x. So therefore, your x is just the same as cosine theta. Okay, your x is just the same as cosine theta. All right, remember these two. Okay, so again, x is cosine theta and your y is your sine theta. Again, this is we're in the unit circle, huh? We are in the unit circle. We're not in the other circle. Okay, we are in the unit circle here. Okay. Now, how about for the tangent theta? We know that tangent theta is what? It's opposites all over adjacent. Your opposite here is your y. Okay, it's your y, and your adjacent is x. So, therefore, we can have tangent theta as y all over x. Okay, we can have that. But you see, earlier we proved that y is equal to sine theta and your x is equal to cosine theta. So therefore, your tangent theta is equal to sine theta all over your x cosine theta. Never forget this one because these three plays an important role here. Okay? So let me erase the line here. I mean the right triangle here. But so far, I hope you will understand this one. Okay? So now that we found out that your y is sine theta and your x is your cosine theta, okay, so what to fit then? So remember that in the ordered pair, we have xy, right? Xy, right? Now we can derive that into this. So your x is cosine theta, so cosine theta. And your y is your sine theta, so this is sine theta. There we go. So xy is just the same as cosine theta sine theta. So don't also forget this one, okay? This is very important, all right? So far, I understand. So we're going to put it here. We're going to put it here, and we're going to put this one here. No, wait. Let me erase the line here. Okay. So what now? What now is we're going to try to substitute angles. Okay. In a given trigonometric function. Let's just say that we rotate an angle up to 30 degrees. Okay? So here, let's try to find sine 30 degrees. If you're going to use your calculator, where's my, no, never mind. If you're going to use your calculator, it's 1/2. If you're going to use cosine 30 degrees, your answer would be square root of 3 all over 2. Now take a look the answers here. We have 1/2 square root of 3 all over 2. And in the coordinates, we also have square root of 3 all over 2 and 1/2. So what did you notice? They are actually the same. Cosine 30 degrees is square root of 3 all over 2. And 1/2 is the same as sine 30 degrees. So meaning, what will be your x value here? That will be your cosine. Okay? What will be your x here? That will be your cosine. And what will be your y here? That will be your sine. Okay? Your left value, that's your x. Your right, that would be your y. So your x would be cosine and your y would be sine theta. So let me give you another example. Let's just say 60 degrees. Okay? So let's find cosine 60 degrees. So if you're going to use your calculator, cosine 60 degrees is 1/2. So this 1/2. If we find sine 60 degrees, it's what? Square root of 3 all over 2. So square root of 3 all over 2. So therefore, we can conclude that if we have a given angle and we are asked to find cosine of an angle or sine of an angle, all we need to do is just look at the coordinates. So cosine 60 degrees. So get the x value only. So 1/2. Sine 60 degrees. Or just get the y value only. Square root of 3 all over 2. Another one. Cosine 45 degrees. Or get the x value of 45 degrees. It's square root of 2 all over 2. How about sine 45 degrees? Get the y value of it, which is square root of 2 all over 2. That's it. Now, how about for the tangent? Let's just say I ask you to find tangent 60 degrees. All you need to do is just substitute what you have found for your cosine 60 and sine 60. Tangent 60 degrees is just the same as sine 60 degrees all over cosine 60 degrees. Okay, wait, hold on. Am I visible? I mean, is the writing visible? Okay. This one, right? So here, sine 60 degrees is square root of 3 all over 2, and cosine 60 degrees is 1/2. So to simplify this answer, you will have square root of 3 all over 1, which is, your answer is square root of 3. So yeah, that's it. It's actually easy, right? It's actually easy. Now, you see, there are actually multiple angles here. We do not only include 60 degrees, 90 degrees, 30 degrees, 45. No, not only that, but we're going to also include other angles such as 120, 135, 150. Okay. So, yeah, I think that's basically it. Like if you have, for example, cosine 270 degrees, all you need to do is know the coordinates of 270 degrees, which is this one, then get the x value, which is 0. So your answer here is 0. How about sine 270? Get the coordinates of 270. This one. Get the y value. It's 1. Then that's it. Sine of 270 degrees is 1. Now, how about if it's tangent? Like tangent 270 degrees. Oh. So here is just the same as sine of 270. Wait. Alright. Sine 270 all over cosine of 270 degrees. So sine 270, as I mentioned, it's 1. But actually, it's negative 1. Forgive me. It's negative 1. Okay? Here, according here, it's negative 1. It's negative 1. Okay? So sine 270 is negative 1. Cosine 270 is 0. Since you cannot divide any number by 0, therefore tangent 270 is undefined. Okay? It's undefined. Or much better, I'm gonna put it as invalid. Okay? Invalid. But now you get the idea on how would you get the answer. Okay? That's it, basically. And if you're going to continuously do that, like what is cosine 30, cosine 0 degree, cosine 135 degree, you will have these values. There are actually a lot though. Let me just zoom in for you. Okay? There are actually a lot. You see that? Okay? You see that here? So let me just use this one. 0 degree. What's 0 degrees? Cosine 0 degree is 1. Makes sense because cosine 0 degree, so 0 degree, get the x value 1. So, that's it. All right. Now, sine 0 degree is 0. Tangent 0. Okay. By the way, how about if you're looking for secant, cosecant, and cotangent? Well, it's simple. All you need to do is you need to memorize this one. Okay? Like for example here, what do you call this one? Sine 0 degrees, right? So for example, I would like to find cosecant of 0 degree. So according here, cosecant theta is what? The reciprocal of sine. So we will have 1 all over sine of 0 degree. So 0 degree is what? Is 0. So 1 all over 0. So it is undefined. Right? So it's undefined. Okay? So yeah, you can experiment it by yourself. Okay? I forgot to include the second here, cosecant. So yeah, you see, we have a lot of table, list of values here. actually a lot. Like 45 degree, cosine 45 is square root of 2 all over 2, sine 45 is square root of 2 all over 2, and so on and so forth. So there are a lot actually, very much. But there's a technique. There's a technique. And that technique would be the hand technique. This one. This one is from the YouTube video, by the way. Like, if you're wondering what is this picture, it's actually from the YouTube video. All right. But don't worry. I've also learned that in my high school years. So here's what you're going to do. All right. You see that left hand, you have 0 degree, 30 degree, 45, 60, 90. All right. Let me show it to you. All right. Let me just zoom my camera here. All right. So, uh-huh. Hmm. Oh, this one, much better. All right. So take a look at this one. Yeah, actually, I mean, they're the same. It's up to you. I'll just use this one because this is my left hand. So use this one, all right? This one. This is 0 degree, just like what is mentioned in this picture. 0 degree, 30 degree, 45 degree, 60 degree, and 90 degree. Okay. Now, what is something new to this one? Or what are we going to do with this one? Let's just say you're looking for sine of 0 degree, sine of 30 degrees, sine of 45 degrees. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to count from 0, which is from 0 up to 4. So count 0 from here up to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Remember that this is 0 degree, this is 30 degrees, 45 degrees, 60 degrees, 90 degrees. Okay? So again, 0, 30, 45, 60, 90. And if you're looking for the sign, what to do? Count 0 to 4. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay? So let me write it here so that you won't be having a hard time. So this is what? Oh, wait, forgive me. This is 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Now here, on the palm, you have a denominator of 2. Wait, where was I? You have a denominator of 2. Okay? So here's what you're going to do. Let's just say I would like to find sine 30 degrees. Okay? Let's find sine 30 degrees. Okay, it's simple. Here's what you're going to do. Alright? You see this one? Okay. Where's 30 degrees here? Here, right? So 0, 1. Okay, 1. Now what are you going to do? Square root it. Okay? Square root. So square root of 1 is 1. Now, divided by 2. Okay, divided by 2. So it's 1 half. So it's 1 half. So yeah, I think it's basically square roots. Okay, square root of 2, square root of 3, square root of 4. Now let's try sine 60 degrees. Let's try that. So sine 60 degrees. So 0, 1, 2, 3. Sine 60 degrees is here. So stop here. Now square root it, square root of 3. Divided by 2, square root of 3 all over 2. So that's how you do it. That's it. We're done. Okay, that's it. Just count. Now try to experiment that on your own. Like, let's just say find sine 90 degree. I'll give you like few seconds. Or pause this video if you like to. So this is actually what? It's 1. Alright? Now how about if it's cosine? We're talking about cosine here. So how about cosine? So for cosine, what you're going to do in reverse. Or you're going to do in reverse. Same angles, but you're going to do it in reverse. Reverse of what though? Counting. Okay? Let me use my red color for the cosine. Okay? So here, you'll start from the thumb. 0, wait, square root of 0, then square root of 1, square root of 2, square root of 3, and square root of 4. Okay? So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's the reverse. For sine, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. For cosine, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's it. Okay? Now, do the same thing. Let's find cosine 30 degree. Okay. Where's 30 degree? It's here, right? So count from here. 0, 1, 2, 3. Okay. Now square root it. Square root of 3 divided by 2. Square root of 3 all over 2. Alright, let's try another one. Cosine 60 degrees. Okay, cosine 60 degrees. Uh, 0, 1. 60 degrees is here, so stop here. Square root it. 1 divided by 2, 1. That's it. Now experiment other angles here in this technique by yourself. All right? Now, how about if we're talking about tangent? So let me just lower my camera here. How about if it's tangent though? Well, yeah, it's still easy to find because remember that your tangent is what? Tangent is, okay, tangent theta is equal to sine theta, hold on, sine theta all over cosine theta. Okay, so let me give you for example. Let's just say I would like you to find tangent 45 degrees. Oh, this is the same as finding sine 45 degrees and cosine 45 degrees. So what sine 45 degrees is? Okay, so use your hand. Okay, look at me, use your hand. Now, if it's sine, count from 0 to 4, starting here at the pinky finger. 0, 1, 2. 2 is your 45 degrees. Ah, wait, no. This is your 45 degrees, right? So stop right there. So this is square root of 2. Okay. Now divided by 2, it's square root of 2 all over 2. Now do the same thing for cosine. Oh, use this one. But you'll count from the thumb because you see, in cosine, you will start counting from 0 up to 4 here. So 0, 1, 2. So this is 45 degrees. So it is 2. Now square root it, square root of 2 divided by 2, it's square root of 2 divided by 2. So the answer is 1. So tangent 45 degrees is 1. So that's it. That's how will you do it. But here's the thing though. It's 0 to 90. How about the angles that are greater than 90 degrees? Then use reference angle. That's it. Just use reference angle. Okay? And of course, be aware of the the signs, okay? Be aware of the signs, all right? Do not forget this one because I'm going to erase these writings. Okay? We're going to apply the technique here because I don't want you to memorize the whole, oh, sorry. I don't want you to memorize the whole list here. All right, so let's just say we are asked to find uh cosine of 150 degrees. So where's cosine 150 degrees? It's where? It's here, right? So the total angle is 150 degrees. Get the reference angle. So what is the reference angle here? So recall that if the angle is at the second quadrant, you're going to subtract 180 by that given angle. So 180 minus 150, the answer is 30 degree. So meaning cosine 150 degree is just the same as cosine 30 degrees. But, but, you're in the second quadrant, right? So in the second quadrant, your ordered pair would be negative and positive. So meaning your x here is negative while your y is positive. So therefore, your x, which is your cosine, is negative. So you will have negative cosine 30 degrees as a result. Now, what's cosine 30 degrees? Oh, use your hand. Count from here. 0, 1, 2, 3. 30 degrees is here. Now, square root it. Square root of 3 divided by 2. Square root of 3 all over 2. So negative square root of 3 all over 2. Sorry, I just had a notification. So makes sense. Oh, see? Negative square root of 3 all over 2. Let's try another trigonometric function. Cosecant of, let's just say, 225 degrees. Okay. Cosecant of 225 degrees. Remember that cosecant is the reciprocal of sine. So it's 1 all over sine. So in this case, it's 1 all over sine of 225 degrees. So where is sine of 25 degrees? Or 225 degrees, I mean. So it is from here going there. So let's find the reciprocal angle here. So if your angle is at the third quadrant, what are you going to do? You're going to subtract that angle, which is 225, by 180. So 225 minus 180, that will be your what? 45 degrees. Okay, so this is 1 all over sine 45 degrees. But in a third quadrant, you see, the ordered pair, you have negative and negative. So meaning your x and y value, or your x value and y value are negative. So your x is negative, your y is negative. So therefore, since your y is your sine, therefore you will have negative sine. So therefore you will have 1 all over, what is sine 45 degrees? Count it here. Sine, count here. 0, 1, 2. So 2, square root of 2. Okay? Then divided by 2. So you have 1 all over negative square root of 2 all over 2, which is 2, which is negative 2 all over square root of 2. Oh, wait, hold on. There you go. You see that? Okay, negative 2 all over square root of 2. Or we can simplify the answer. We will have square root of 2 on both sides. Multiply it. You will have negative 2 square root of 2 all over 2. And divide negative 2 by 2, you have square root of 2. I mean negative square root of 2. If you're asking me, why did I do this one? Because when it comes to simplifying answer, we do not want a radical term on the denominator. Right? So yeah, now you get you get the technique here. Okay? So what if it's greater than 360 degrees? What if it's less than 0 degrees? Then do coterminal angles. Make that coterminal angle within what? Within 0 degree to 360 degree. Okay? Then do reference angle. Alright? So let me give you for example. Actually, I should be ending this, but okay, let me give you for example. Sine 450 degrees. Oh, this one. So what you're going to do? Find the coterminal angle of 450 degrees within 0 degree and 360 degrees. So subtract 450 by 360 because this is beyond this range, beyond this range. So 450 minus 360, this is what? 90 degrees. So it's sine 90 degree. So sine 90 degrees is here. So what is sine 90 degrees? Well, you count. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. This is 90 degree. So square root it, 2 divided by 2, 1. And that will be all. We're going to have some practice problems soon. Okay? But yeah, that will be all.